Let's cut the crap. In the real world, love without financial backing quickly turns into resentment and contempt. In this video, I'm going to expose a truth that romance novels hide from you. Your bank account directly impacts the level of authority and charisma you hold in your partner's eyes. I've experienced firsthand how losing control over your finances means losing control over the respect you receive. I learned that financial dependency is equivalent to handing over the reins of your soul to someone else. If you think you can build an authoritative relationship with just kindness, you're delusional. I'm here to tell you how financial intelligence is your #1 tool for maintaining dignity and grandeur in a relationship. The truth is, you either build wealth or you become a slave to others' whims. Step into the unseen. Welcome to the ultimate masterclass in decoding the female mind. The tragedy of empty pockets. How financial instability and dependency kill your sexual and emotional attraction. Money, a tool for love or a weapon for war? Hello, everyone. Today, we're tackling a subject that, according to statistics, is the #1 or 2 reason for breakups and divorces worldwide. Money. Let's be totally honest with each other. Money has never been just about numbers on a screen or pieces of paper in your wallet. Money is about power, control, security, and most importantly, individual values. When two people from two completely different financial backgrounds move under one roof, it's like two different economic cultures colliding. One person might have grown up in a family where money was meant to be spent to enjoy the moment, while the other comes from a family where every single cent was saved for a rainy day. This is exactly where the sparks of conflict start to fly. Now, why is financial management so vital for women specifically? Because for a woman, money is often synonymous with future security. When a woman feels that her partner is reckless with money or is hiding financial secrets, her nervous system goes into survival mode. She can no longer relax and lean on you because she feels like the ground she's standing on is shaky and unpredictable. So, the very first step for you as a man is to create absolute transparency. Financial secrecy is like termites eating away at the foundation of trust. It doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is that your partner knows the actual state of the ship you're both sailing. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking that because they earn more or because they are the sole provider, they should have all the decision-making power. Let me tell you, that mindset is pure poison for a marriage. In a healthy relationship, money isn't mine or yours. It belongs to our team. Even if your partner is a stay-at-home mom and doesn't have an outside income, her contribution to managing the home, raising the kids, and creating peace is worth every single dollar you bring home. When you give her an active role in big financial decisions, like buying a car, a house, or making an investment, you are telling her, "You are my real partner, not just a spectator in this life." Let's talk about a deeper concept: financial personalities. You need to figure out which category you and your partner fall into. Are you a spender or a saver? Interestingly, in many relationships, these two opposites attract each other. The saver helps the spender stay out of debt, and the spender teaches the saver how to actually enjoy life. But if you don't understand these differences, you'll spend your whole life fighting over, "Why did you spend so much?" or "Why are you being so cheap?" In this part, I want to emphasize one key point. Money should serve the relationship, not the other way around. We work to have a better life, not to sacrifice our happiness just to collect numbers we never enjoy. To make your partner feel financially secure, you need a financial roadmap. This includes short-term goals, like buying a new appliance, and long-term goals, like retirement or the kids' education. When you agree on these goals together, every time money is spent or saved, both of you feel like you're moving toward a shared destination. In the next part, we're going to hit a very sensitive topic: bank accounts. Should you have a joint account or keep them separate? And how can you manage expenses without making your partner feel controlled? This is going to be a very raw and honest talk. Stay tuned. Bank accounts and financial independence. Avoiding daily fights. All right, let's move into part 2 and one of the most debated questions. Joint account or separate accounts? The short answer is, there's no one-size-fits-all formula, but there is a golden rule: full transparency, limited independence. Many successful couples use a system I call the 3-account system. One joint account for all the main living expenses, rent, mortgage, groceries, bills, and shared savings, where both partners deposit a set amount based on their income. Then, 2 separate accounts, one for each person. Why is this system so great? Because it gives both of you a sense of independence and dignity. Look, no woman and no man wants to ask for permission or get interrogated just to buy a pair of socks or a birthday gift for their spouse. When your partner has a specific amount of money each month that she can spend without answering to anyone, whether it's for the salon, books, or gifts for her friends, she feels empowered. It stops you from becoming a micromanager and prevents her from feeling like she's under a microscope. But at the same time, all the big financial moves must happen in the joint account with both of you agreeing on them. Another sensitive topic is debts and loans. A lot of guys, when they hit a financial rough patch, hide it from their partners because they don't want their masculine pride to be hurt, or they don't want to worry her. But listen to me. This is your biggest mistake. When your partner suddenly discovers a mountain of debt or a bounced check, the damage to her trust is 1,000 times heavier than the financial worry itself. She feels betrayed. You must keep your partner in the loop during hard times. You'd be surprised how patient, resourceful, and supportive women can be during a crisis, as long as you are honest with them. We also need to talk about spending priorities. For a man, upgrading the car's sound system or buying a new gadget might be a priority, while for his partner, redecorating a room or going on a trip is the priority. Neither is wrong. The problem starts when we label our own tastes as logic and our partner's tastes as wasteful spending. The solution? Monthly financial dates. Once a month, sit down for just 30 minutes. Review the past month's expenses and plan for the next. During these meetings, don't play the blame game. Just look at the numbers and ask, okay, what's our travel budget this month? Or, how can we be better prepared for the next bill? When money becomes a routine, low-stress topic of conversation, it loses its power to become a ticking time bomb. In Part 3, we're going to dive into the very important topic of investing and future-proofing. Building a 2-person empire, investing and financial intelligence. In this part, we're moving away from survival and heading toward growth. Financial management isn't just about paying bills, it's about building a prosperous future for your family. Women are naturally wired to look for stability and permanence. When your partner sees that you don't just make money, but you actually have a plan for that money to grow, her respect and admiration for you will multiply. This is what we call financial leadership. Investing should be a family decision. Even if you are an expert in the stock market or real estate, keep your partner informed about the big picture. Why? First, because if, God forbid, something happens to you, she needs to know where the family assets are and how to manage them. Second, because women often have incredible intuition when it comes to spotting risk. Often, men fall into the trap of greed or get-rich-quick schemes, and a conservative female perspective can literally save you from a massive financial crash. A very important concept here is investing in yourself. A specific portion of the family income should go toward education for both you and your partner. Buying books, attending seminars, or learning a new skill that can increase your income in the future. When your partner sees you spending money on growth, both yours and hers, she realizes you have a long-term vision and that you value the future. Let's talk about the emergency fund. Every family needs an amount equal to 3 to 6 months of living expenses sitting somewhere accessible to be used only for real emergencies like illness or sudden job loss. Having this fund significantly lowers your partner's subconscious anxiety. When she knows that even if an economic storm hits, you have a life raft, she can much more easily show you love and avoid unnecessary tension at home. One more thing: managing rewards. When you hit a financial milestone, like getting a bonus or making a profit on a deal, make sure you set aside a portion of it to celebrate with your partner. Money shouldn't just be about steel, stone, and cement. Spend some of it on experiences, a great dinner, a short trip, or buying something she's wanted for a long time. This makes her feel like a partner in the sweetness of your hard work, not just a partner in the struggle. In the final part, we'll wrap up and see how to turn money into a source of intimacy instead of a reason for distance. From financial rivalry to partnership, final wrap-up. We've reached the final part of episode 4. So far, we've learned that transparency, having separate accounts alongside a joint one, and involving each other in big decisions can truly bring peace to your home. But at the end of this discussion, I want to emphasize something more important than all these techniques: how you talk about money. Most relationships don't fall apart because of a lack of money, but because of the way they talk about money. When you speak about expenses with a condescending or controlling tone, your partner feels like her value in your eyes is only measured in dollars and cents. Money should never be used as a tool to punish or reward your partner. For example, never say, "Because you did that, I'm not buying you this thing this month." That turns a heart-to-heart connection into a toxic business transaction. One of the most beautiful things you can do is show generosity in the relationship. Sometimes, even if your budget is tight, a small, unexpected gift for your partner shows her that she is your most valuable asset. Don't let obsessive bean counting kill your generous spirit. Remember, at the end of life, nobody feels happy because of their bank balance. They feel happy because of the quality of the moments they built with the people they love. If you are currently under financial pressure, instead of distancing yourself from your partner, take her hand and say, "We are in a tough spot, but I know we'll get through this together. I'm looking for new ways, and I need your support." Those words work miracles. It makes your partner fight beside you to overcome the crisis, instead of fighting against you. Thank you for spending these 15 minutes with me. Financial management is a skill that you have to practice together. You'll make mistakes, you'll overspend sometimes, and you'll make wrong decisions. But as long as you are honest with each other and see money as a tool rather than a god, your relationship will be unbreakable. In the next episodes, we'll dive into other exciting topics like love languages and the art of conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts and financial experiences. Do you and your partner struggle with money issues? How have you managed it? Write your comments below so we can talk about them in future videos. Until next time, stay rich in love and victorious in life. Goodbye.